Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside Gateau Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you as we ready to tip off the Eastern Arizona College men's basketball season as they host the prospect team from Arizona Christian University tonight. The starting lineup for the Firestorm from Arizona Christian: a freshman, 0, Tyler Peterson; freshman, number 4, William Geralds; a sophomore, number 15, Alonzo Paul; a sophomore, number 21, Kyle Frazier; and a junior, number 23, Israel Goldsmith. The Firestorm, coached by Kevon Williams, assisted by Greg Meyer, former assistant coach here at Eastern Arizona College. And the starting lineup for Eastern Arizona College tonight: a 6'1 sophomore from Tualatin, Oregon, number 1, Noah Agoli; a 6'7 sophomore from Portland, Oregon, number 2, Rayshawn Seamster; a 7'2 freshman from Vanuatu, number 5, Anton Bonk; a 6'1 freshman from Dallas, Texas, number 13, Terrence Warren; a 6'9" forward from Salem, Oregon, number 20, Dallin Morgan. That is the starting lineup for Eastern Arizona College.
Freshman from Salem, Oregon, number 20, Dallin Morgan.
That is the starting lineup tonight for Eastern Arizona College in their home white uniform. Firestorm in their road yellow and red. Anton Bonk, a fun story we'll talk more about throughout the season. His first ever basketball game, not collegiate basketball game, ever basketball game. Official basketball game tonight. The 7'2 phenom Anton Bonk, already with 6 Division I offers without ever playing an official basketball game. He will jump center tonight from the island of Vanuatu, where he was on in his country's rowing team. Won by Arizona Christian. Into the corner, down low to Tyler Peterson. Out on top, stolen away by Eastern, on the run to the glass, left-handed, and score it for Terrence Warren. His first points as a Gila Monster, and his first collegiate points as well. Monsters up 2-0. Into the front court, Gerald's with it. Far side now, right side to Paul. Tries to lob it towards the basket and off the rim and out of bounds. Looking for Israel Goldsmith. It will be Eastern basketball. Up 2-0, just 30 seconds into this one. Dallin Morgan, get it into Noah Agoli. Agoli, the sophomore, into the front court around to Morgan screen, top of the key, looking for Bonk down low. He's going to go to work, spins to the basket, and puts it up and in. His first basketball points ever, Anton Bonk. Makes it a 4-0 game. Stolen by Rayshawn Seamster, and he'll throw it home two-handed. And a timeout called by ACU. The Firestorm call a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back here at Eastern Arizona College, 6-0 lead for the Monsters. 1 minute into this one, full court pressure. Working up the far side is Geralds, into a double team now. They're going to put 19 on the shot clock. And they've got it reset into Geralds. Far side working against a goalie. On the right-handed dribble, gets around a goalie and fouled on the way up by Noah. Geralds will go to the line to shoot a pair. That'll be the first on a goalie, the first team foul as well. That'll put number 4, William Geralds, at the line. Puts it up and in, and the Firestorm are on the board, 6-1. Monsters on top. Welcome everybody watching from around the world, and really international flavor on this year's EAC men's basketball team. Gerald's second is in as well. Makes it a 6-2 lead for Eastern. opening night. Bonk with the ball, left angle, hands it off the reigning freshman of the year. Rayshawn Seamster takes it in, can't get it to hit, rebounded by Israel Goldsmith. Long outlet pass to Alonzo Paul, who can't hang on to it. He got behind the defense, and he'll turn it over to Eastern Arizona College. Full court pressure by the Firestorm. A goalie will work it up far side against Gerald. Gets around him on his left hip, on top to Morgan. Morgan spent a lot of last season on injured reserve with a wrist. Lob down low, poked away, but chased down by Seamster. 16 to shoot. Down to Morgan. Dallin off the glass and good. Nice look from the top from the reigning freshman of the year, Rayshawn Seamster. 8-2 Eastern, 2 minutes into this one. Gerald's into the front court. On top now, swings it around to Frazier. Now back left side to Kyle Frazier, the sophomore. He's going to launch a three. Front iron, no good. Rebounded by Seamster. Off to a goalie who puts the offense into motion. A goalie takes it coast to coast, and he hits it off of his knee and out of bounds. Turnover back to ACU. We mentioned in the opening that Greg Meyer, the assistant coach here this evening for this prospect team, coached here at Eastern Arizona College. 2010 is when he left. Good to catch up with him before the game. Gerald's with the basketball. He's going to put up a jumper just inside the three-point line and make it. He's got all 4 points for ACU, and it's an 8-4 monster lead. A goalie into the front court, left side to Seamster, way outside, holds the ball on his left hip. On top now to Warren. Near side to Morgan. Demo for three. Good from the near side. The 6'9" redshirt freshman puts it in from deep, and that's what he can add for the Monsters. And it's an 11-4 Eastern lead. Into the front court, Paul with it. Kicks it in the corner right side. Pump fake. Step back three on the way. In and out, no good for ACU. Far side. Warren's going to try a three himself. Good. Back-to-back trays for Eastern, and it's a 14-4 monster lead. Gerald's into the front court. Top of the key. Right side, knocked away and out of bounds by Rayshawn Seamster. Into the Eastern lineup will be Jamar Childs, wearing 15 tonight, replacing Bunk. Into the ACU lineup, number 2, Jameer Gonder. It'll be ACU basketball front court right with Kamari Stanfill. Right side with it. On top to Stanfill, holds it above his head. Works against Childs. Now right side to Frazier. Frazier off to Geralds. Geralds looked for the corner, fades away, can't hit. Ball's loose, picked up by Stanfill in the lane, stolen away by Childs. Jamari leaves it far side to a goalie. Into the front court to Seamster. Seamster comes right, on top. Now swings it around to Warren near side. Warren on the left-handed dribble, gets in the lane, pulls up from 15, buries it. Terrence Warren hasn't missed in his collegiate career. It's a 16-4 monster lead, 15:55 to play in the first half. Left side, Gonder with it, works against a double team on the left baseline. Finds Paul. Paul goes left, pump fake, gets his man in the air, off the glass, won't go. Rebound is loose, and Morgan will pull it down for the Monsters. Off to Childs. Into the front court. Childs goes left around a Morgan screen. On top to Warren. Warren comes right around a screen, gets to the lane. High off the glass and good for Terrence Warren. Attacking the glass. Terrence Warren already with 9 of the team's 18 points early on. Gerald's with it. Works against Childs. And a carrying violation called against Gerald's. That's going to be a turnover. Back to the Monsters. Again, we welcome all of you joining from all over the world. If you'd like, let us know where you're watching from. See how far and wide our viewership is here tonight. Seamster with the basketball, lobs it to Demo in the lane, can't hit the layup, and they're going to say it's out of bounds off of Dallin Morgan. A lot of contact under the basket, but no whistle. And Morgan slow to get up, checks his mouth, and he's going to stay in the game. 18-4, Eastern on top. Paul into the front court, works out on top against Warren. Right-handed dribble. Goes on the crossover, gets to the glass, kicks it out on top to Stanfield. He's going to fire a three. Front iron, no. Childs with the rebound. Long outlet to Morgan. Morgan to the glass and good with a dunk. Dallin Morgan with some authority. 20-4, Monsters on top. Gerald's into the lane, kicks it to Paul right side. The lefty for three, in and out, no good. Childs with a nice block out and a long outlet to Rayshawn this time, and he dunks it home two-handed for Rayshawn Seamster. 22-4, Monsters transition game on point here to start this one. Left side, Gonder drives, cut off upon the baseline. Out to Paul, fakes the three, drives into the lane against Childs, steps through. Out to the near side to Frazier. Out on top now to Gerald. Gerald steps into it from the elbow, no good. And Seamster pulls down the rebound. And now a goalie will walk into the front court. Theo Sang checking into the broadcast. Former Monster. Warren with the ball down low, loses the handle. Off to Seamster, cross court to Noah. A goalie for three, short. Pulled down low by Kyle Frazier. Into the front court to Stanfield. Stanfield loses the top of the key, now regains possession, kicks it in the corner to Paul. He'll fire a three from there, and he rattles it home from the corner for Alonzo Paul. 22-7, Eastern on top, 13:20 to play in the first half of this one. A goalie into the front court around a Morgan screen. Now into the corner right side to Warren. Warren down to Morgan on the right block. Back to the basket, holds the ball on his left hip, gives it to Warren on the cut, and score it for Terrence Warren. And the Monsters on top. 24-7, 11 points for Warren to lead all scorers so far in the first half. Paul into the front court, on top to Gerald. Gerald goes left between the circles. Now works against a goalie, gets around him in the lane. A 12-foot runner is good as he got to the top of the key and put it up and in. J.J. White Jr. joining in as well. Love to see the former Gila Monsters joining us on the broadcast tonight. Seamster not able to hang on to it, has it knocked out of his hands, but last touch by Rayshawn. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup, 6'2 freshman from Syracuse, Utah, number 10, Caden Erickson. We'll also see 5'11 freshman from Fresno, California, number 3, Amari Caraway. And also into the lineup, a 6'6 freshman from Malmo, Sweden, number 14, Felix Smedjbach. Into the front court, Elijah Pyers into the lineup. Right side now to Gonder. Out on top, long three on the way. Front iron, no good by Tyler Brantner for the Firestorm. That ball goes out of bounds. Into the Eastern Arizona lineup. Number 5, Anton Bonk, the 7'2 freshman from Vanuatu. Omaha, Nebraska checking in. Sean W., welcome to the broadcast. Caraway brings it into the front court. Bonk, right side. He'll hold it on his right hip. Now goes left to Smedjbach. He'll fire a three from there. Good. First collegiate points for Smedjbach. And now a 27-9 Monster lead. Into the front court. Pyers with it. Right side now to Gonder. Gonder goes right on the dribble. Baseline over. Bonk can't hit the shot. Pulled down by Anton. Into the front court. Caraway with it on the right-handed dribble. Looking for Bonk down low. Now finds Erickson. Now to Bonk. Bonk double team. Steps through it anyways. Off the glass and good for Anton Bonk. When he gets the ball that close to the basket, he is almost impossible to stop. Stanfield into the front court. Goes left over Bonk. Can't hit. Rebound is loose and out of bounds off of the Firestorm. It'll be Monster basketball. 29-9. EAC on top. 11:23 to play in the first half of this season opener here at Eastern Arizona College. Caraway works against Pyers in the backcourt, left to right. Into the front court to Erickson, right side. He'll come left on the dribble, on top to Childs. Childs holds, looks for the lob, now goes left instead to Smedjbach. He's going to try a deep three. No good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot three of them. He was fouled on the play by 25, Kamari Stanfield, his first team foul. And that'll put Smedjbach at the line to shoot 3 shots. 6'6 freshman from Malmo, Sweden, Felix Smedjbach. First one is good. Eastern Arizona definitely has some size this year. 6'10", 6'11", a couple of 6'9", 7'2". Definitely some size. Smedjbach hits his second. Into the ACU lineup, 24, Sherrod Winters. And the third is back iron, no good. Bonk with the rebound, though. Eastern gets another possession. Out to Erickson. Dribbles down to the right baseline. Now finds Bonk down low. Bonk spins left-handed and scores it for Anton Bonk. I can see why Division I coaches have come in droves to see Anton play. This is his first ever official basketball game in his life. Down low, left side. Gonder. Right side to Winters. He drives, partially blocked by Bonk. The ball is loose and off of Smedjbach. Last touched. It will be ACU basketball. They're going to reset the shot clock, I believe, to 16, is what I hear the official telling them. No, they're going to put 6, not 16. So 6 to shoot for ACU. They'll inbound baseline right. Lob into Gonder. He'll catch up and over Childs, but can't hit. Childs pulls down the rebound. Off to Caraway. Full speed sprint into the front court. Now we'll slow it down. Drives the lane. Running floater is on the way. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Winters for ACU. Into the front court against Smedjbach. Now double teamed by Caraway. Loses the handle. And gets it off to Gonder. Gonder against Caraway, top of the key. Left-handed dribble all the way through over Bonk and good. Nice drive by Gonder to get it up high enough over the outreached hand. And back on for ACU will be number 4, William Geralds. Number 11, Jace Reed, makes his first appearance tonight. Second one by Caraway, in and out, no good. Pulled down by Reed. Reed up to Geralds. Right side now to Blodgett. Blodgett stolen away by Warren. Warren stepped on the line, the sideline on the far side and out of bounds. It'll be a turnover back to ACU. Back into the Eastern lineup, number 1, Noah Goley, replacing Amari Caraway. We welcome those of you back. The stream was down for a little bit. It looks like we've got it up and going. And over and back on the inbound on the far side as Gerald's caught it and stepped over the line. It'll be a turnover back to Eastern. A goalie with the basketball into the front court, left to right, 38-19. Monsters on top. A goalie with it, man-to-man defense, out on top to Morgan. Dallin goes, now spins right against Reed, lets it go short, gets his own rebound back, and he's fouled on the way back up. Morgan with a big motor, always going towards the basket. That'll be the foul on Jace Reed, his first, 4th team foul. And that'll put Demo at the line to shoot for the Monsters. First one is up and good. Morgan, the redshirt freshman from Sprague High School, Salem, Oregon. 6'9". Second one in and out, no good. Reed with the rebound for ACU. Off to Geralds. Geralds blocked by Bonk. Ball is loose, picked up by Warren for the Monsters. Warren brings it into the front court, lobs it down to Bonk. He has it knocked away by Goldsmith. Picked up to Brantner now. Brantner up to Reed. Reed drives left, cut off there by Morgan. Reed comes right against Morgan. Fade away from the right elbow is short. Morgan with the rebound. Long outlet to Seamster to the glass, and he puts it up and in. Rayshawn Seamster ran from sideline or inline to inline to catch that one and put it up and in. 41-19 Eastern with 6.5 to play in the first half. Long two by Geralds won't go. Seamster with a rebound. Into the hands of a goalie. Now on top to Morgan. Morgan back to a goalie. Goes right, spins on a defender, and has it knocked away by Geralds and out of bounds. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup, making his college debut, The 6'6 freshman from Anchorage, Alaska, number 24, Xavier Baker, replacing Anton Bonk. A goalie to inbound. Baseline left. Lobs it in on top to Baker. Baker drives right to the glass, leaves it for Demo. His little scoop shot won't go, but the tip in by a goalie will on the far side for Noah Goalie to make it 43-19 Monsters. 6 minutes to play in the first half. Gerald's into the front court. Goes right around a screen. A goalie still on his hip. Running floater from 15. Back iron no good. And Seamster there for the rebound. Now a goalie steps through off the glass and a blocking foul called on Reed. That'll be the second on Reed.
Second personal foul for number 11, Jace Reed. Team foul number 5.
A goalie to the line to shoot 2 for the Monsters. Back iron no good for a goalie. Back into the ACU lineup. Number 15, Alonzo Paul, replacing William Jarrells. At halftime, we'll have a complete stat recap of the first half of this season opener for the Monsters. A goalie for his second. Back iron no good. Rebound is loose, and Baker going to be called over the top on that rebound. That'll be the first on Baker. Second team foul. 5:40 to play first half. If we've got any Major League Baseball fans watching and you're recording Game 5 of the World Series, a score update is about to happen. 5-0 Texas in the 9th inning. Looks like the Rangers will win first ever World Series. Brantner with the ball. Fadeaway 3, short. Morgan hits the deck, rebounded by Frazier. Out to Paul. Paul down low. Underneath, up and in by Israel Goldsmith. 43-21, Monsters by 22. With 5 minutes to play in the first half. Baker with it, top of the key. He's going to try a 3. Nearly banked one home, but in and out, no good. Paul with it now for ACU. Drives to the right elbow, behind his back pass, right side, pretty nifty. Goldsmith can't hit. Morgan with the rebound. Leaves it out to a goalie. Right side to Warren. Down low to Baker. Knocked out of bounds by Goldsmith. It'll be Eastern basketball, baseline right with 20 on the shot clock. A goalie set. Gets it into Seamster. He'll step back for a 3. Back iron, no. Rebound by Reed, but a foul going to be called on Terrence Warren. That'll be the first on Warren, the third team foul. ACU basketball. Right to left with 4:33 to play in the first half. Paul around a screen, top of the key, goes left all the way to the glass. Now wraps it around to Reed, right side. He's going to fire a 3. Rattles it home from the right side for Jace Reed. 43-24 Monsters. 4:13 to play. Into the front court, a goalie pulls up from 17 and buries it for Noah, a goalie. 45-24 Monsters. Paul with the right-handed dribble, goes right. A goalie chases, 3 ball on the way, almost banks it in, but Seamster with a one-handed rebound. Off to a goalie. He pushes it up right side to Warren. Warren down to Morgan. Morgan back to the basket, backs down, spins, fade away, right side, back iron, no. Frazier with the rebound. He'll bring it himself into the front court for ACU. Out on top to Goldsmith, to Paul, right corner to Reed. Reed drives the baseline, shovel pass down low to Frazier. Frazier will bring it back around the top of the key with 17 to shoot. Now to Paul. Paul goes left-handed, works against Baker, now switches off to Seamster. Down low to Goldsmith, right side to Reed for another 3. Off the side of the backboard, he gets his own rebound, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Turnover. Back to Eastern Arizona. Back into the Monster lineup, Childs, Caraway, and Bonk. Back into the ACU lineup, number 25, Kamari Stanfill. Eastern basketball left to right with 3:10 to play here in the first half. Caraway running the point. Works against Paul. Top to Bonk, now back to Childs. 16-foot jumper on the way and good for Jamari Childs. 47-24. Monsters on top with 2:50 to play. Paul quickly back the other way. 3-ball by Frazier, in and out, no good. Morgan chases down the rebound for the Monsters. Long outlet pass to Seamster. Seamster to the glass and score it through contact for Rayshawn Seamster. Reed back the other way against Morgan. Running left-handed won't go. Bonk with the rebound. Leaves it for Morgan. Morgan to Caraway into the front court. Goes right. And a whistle and a foul called on 15. Alonzo Paul, his first. And the 16th foul. Back into the ACU lineup, 0 Tyler Peterson, replacing Reed. It will be Eastern basketball, front court right, Childs to inbound. Into the backcourt to Caraway. He'll catch and set it in motion. Left side, lobs it to Seamster, and he throws it home. Two-handed for Rayshawn Seamster. Set play out of the timeout, works to perfection, 51-24 Monsters. Stanfill goes right around Morgan. Scoop shot, no good. Bonky with the rebound. Off to Caraway, and he's fouled in the backcourt by Alonzo Paul. That'll be his second and the 7th team foul. That'll put the Monsters at the line to shoot 1-1. Into the lineup for ACU, number 1, Elijah Pyers, replacing Paul. And to the line, Amari Caraway, the 5'11 freshman from San Joaquin Memorial High School, Fresno, California. Been a while since we have somebody from that neck of the woods. The first one is up and in for Caraway. He'll get one more. That one is good. 2 for 2 at the line for Caraway. Makes it 53-20 Monsters. Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Into the front court. Near side is Pyers. Left side, Brantner for 3. Back iron, no. Morgan with the rebound. He'll bring it up himself. Into the front court. Down low to Bonk. Bonk spins, left-handed. Off the glass, in and out, no good. Pulled down by Frazier. Frazier into the front court. Near side to Brantner. Into the corner, left side to Peterson. Peterson step back over Morgan. On the way is short. Rayshawn with the rebound. Into the front court. Rayshawn steps through. What a move by Rayshawn Seamster. The double team tried to cut him off, and Rayshawn said, "Excuse me," and gets to the basket, puts it up and in. Peterson with the drive. Cut off by Bonk. Underneath, no good. Rebounded by Frazier. His follow won't go. Blocked by Bonk. And picked up by Caraway. Caraway has it poked away by Peterson. Into the hands of Pyers. Pyers, right side to Stanfill. 40 seconds to play in the first half. To Peterson, left baseline. 12-foot jumper in and out, no good. Morgan chase down the rebound for Eastern and leave it for Childs. Off to Caraway. There's a 11-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Childs with it. Rolls it down low. A near alley-oop to Bonk. He just couldn't put it through. Doesn't have to jump a ton to get to the rim. Pyers into the front court. 15 seconds to play in the half. ACU will hold for the final shot. Stolen away by Caraway, and a whistle and a foul. That looked pretty clean from up here by Caraway, but he'll be whistled for the foul, his first. The 4th team foul. A goalie, Smedjbach and Erickson back into the Eastern lineup with 7.8 seconds to play in the first half. ACU will inbound at midcourt with Tyler Brantner. Into the backcourt to Pyers. 5 seconds. Pyers goes left around Morgan. Running floater at the buzzer, won't go. Childs with the rebound, and we have reached halftime here at Eastern Arizona College. Season opener tonight. Monsters lead it 55-24 at the break. We'll take a break. We'll come back and look at stats from the first half right after this. Welcome back in here to Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you at halftime. Eastern leads Arizona Christian Prospect team 55-4. Let's take a look at the stats in the first half. For ACU, Jamari Gonder had 2 points, 6 points for Tyler Brantner, 2 threes, 6 points for William Gerald. He had 4 from the floor and 2 from the line. 3 points for Jace Reed, 3 points for Alonzo Paul. Kyle Frazier did not score but had 7 rebounds in the first half and 4 points for Israel Goldsmith. For Eastern Arizona College, Jamari Childs with 2 points and a goalie had 4 points and a rebound. Rayshawn Seamster with 12 points and 7 rebounds. 5 points for Mari Caraway. 8 points and 6 rebounds for Anton Bonk. 11 points for Terrence Warren. 5 points for Felix Smedjbach. And 8 points and 6 rebounds for Dallin Morgan in the first half. Taking a look at the Eastern Arizona College schedule coming up here on Welcome back here to Eastern Arizona College inside the Gateau Gymnasium. Lee Patterson with you for the season tip-off here for Eastern Arizona College men's basketball as they're hosting the prospect team from Arizona Christian University. The Monsters will start the second half the same way they started. Noah Goalie, Rayshawn Seamster, Anton Bonk, Terrence Warren, and Dallin Morgan. ACU will start with Alonzo Paul, Tyler Peterson, Kyle Frazier, Israel Goldsmith, and William Jarrells. Seamster in the lane, through traffic, can't hit, gets his own rebound, the tip won't go, tries it a third time and it's good. Seamster. And Seamster now with 14 points to lead all scorers tonight. Jarrells into the front court. Seamster out on top, hands it off to Paul. Paul gonna step back for a three, on the way off, no good. A goalie with the rebound. Noah pushes it up to Bonk. Bonk on the run and he dunks it home. One-handed for Anton Bonk. Smile on Anton's face as he runs back down the floor. He got that at the foul line. Rayshawn Seamster going to be called with a too aggressive out on top. That'll be his first team foul. Non-shooting foul. It'll be ACU basketball, front court right. Paul into Jarrells. Jarrells against Warren out on top. Gets a screen. Warren cuts him off. Nearly picks his pocket. Jarrells picks it up from the right elbow. In and out, no good. Seamster with the rebound. Goalie again to Bonk on the run, and he dunks it home. Back-to-back throwdown for Anton Bonk. Not bad for a rower. Paul into the front court. And bounces it off the end line and out of bounds. If you missed the opening, Anton Bonk playing in his first ever basketball game, official basketball game. Not his first ever since birth. He's from the island of Vanuatu. He gets another lob down low, triple teamed, and he's gonna be called for the travel. Turnover back. Bonk was in his country's Olympic rowing program when he decided he wanted to try basketball. I say that's a good choice at 7-2. Paul into the front court, near side to Jarrells. He gets a screen, goes left around the top of the key. Now near side to Frazier. Frazier to Paul. Paul against Morgan. Paul goes left, gets in the lane, gets around Bonk and throws it up off the glass. Alonzo Paul, the sophomore, with a nice move to make it 61-26. Eastern on top as the goalie gets it into the front court. On top of Morgan. Morgan goes left on the dribble, hands it off to a goalie. A goalie comes right, looking down low for Morgan. Block. He goes to work, spins left off the glass and good for Demo. He was patient in the paint, waited for the defender to get to the other side of him, and a steal by Warren in the backcourt and puts it up and in. Warren with the steal in the bucket. Your team is aggressive and quick. Those two words that come to mind. Paul with an elbow jumper, that won't go. A goalie with getting a long pass to Bonk. Bonk this time two-handed for Anton Bonk. How do you defend that? How do you defend a 7-2 in the floor? You can't. There's a couple of college coaches here tonight, and I see them on the phone now. Our head coaches say, hey, we got to get this guy. That's exciting for Anton Bonk. Pokes it away, but chased down by Goldsmith. Goldsmith goes to work on Bonk, gets him off his feet, and it's going to be a violation. Good defense for the now into the East. Scoop and score for ACU. 67-28. Into the front court, left side. Now Morgan with it. Morgan drives the left baseline. Double teamed, gets in the lane. A little jump hook over his left shoulder, and a rebounding foul called on Rick Wood Pitt. That'll be his first. Second team foul, 15:46 to play. Garrellis, middle of the floor. to Goldsmith. Into the corner, 3-ball on the way, short. Goldsmith with the rebound and puts it back up and in. Monsters lost him in the paint, and he was able to just pick it up and put it in. Morgan with the ball, top of the key. Down low to Warren, who gets around a screen, and one for Terrence Warren. Count the bucket. The foul will be on Tyler Peterson. That'll be the first on Peterson, and that will put Warren at the line. Back into the Monster lineup, number 15, Jamar Childs, replacing a goalie, and back into the ACU lineup, number 2, Jamari Gonder. Warren at the line for Eastern. And puts that one to make it an old-fashioned 3-point play. Garrellis for ACU into the front court. Elbow jumper over Childs, good. He got around Seamster at midcourt and then over Childs at the elbow. Now he's talking back the other way to the Eastern bench. Whistle on the far side, out of bounds off of ACU. It will be Eastern basketball. They're going to put 22 back on the shot clock. Eastern basketball, front court right. Warren to inbound. Into Childs. Works against Paul. Goes right. Now on top to Seamster. Seamster drives the lane, gets around the defender, and he's fouled on the way up. Seamster will go to the line to shoot 2. I think it's going to be on 4. It is. That'll be his first. Rayshawn Seamster will go to the line to shoot 2.
Shooting 2 for Eastern. Rayshawn Seamster.
14 points for him, his first trip to the foul line tonight. That one is up and good for Rayshawn. 71-32, Monsters on top here in their season opener. They will be off until next Thursday night when they open their tip-off classic here at home. Xavier Baker into the lineup, replacing Rick Wood. Pitt. 72-32, Monsters on top with 14:46 to play. Into the front court, Paul with it, backdoor cut to Gearless, and it's up and in over Amari Caraway. Check that. Into the front court. Left side, now down low to Rayshawn. Baseline one-handed dunk for Rayshawn Seamster. Gearless into the front court. Goes right, drives, and gonna pick up a foul against Eastern's number 13, Terrence Warren. That'll be the second on Warren. Third team foul. Warren will head to the bench. He'll be replaced by number 3, Amari Caraway, a 5'11 freshman. ACU basketball, baseline right. Tries to lob it out on top, nobody home. Caraway all the way coast to coast, and he lays it up and in.
Amari Caraway.
Gearless into the front court, left side, double teamed. Gonna drive right against Morgan, cuts through the lane, pump fake, out on top now to Gonder. Gonder goes left, now back near side to Paul. Paul goes right baseline, cut off by Seamster. Now left, and Seamster gonna be called for a hand check as Paul got around him. That'll be the second on Rayshawn. Non-shooting foul. Back into the ACU lineup, 25, Kamari Stanfill, replacing Kyle Frazier. Paul will inbound baseline right. Back to Paul in the corner, fadeaway 3 on the way is an air ball picked up by Baker. Off to Caraway. Into the front court, right side to Childs. Childs gets a screen from Morgan, goes left with it. Kicks it out to Caraway. Catch, shoot, 3, in and out, no good. Baker keeps the ball alive and gets the rebound underneath the basket. In the corner, Caraway for 3. That's in and out, no good. Rayshawn with a rebound. Tries to find Morgan underneath. And we'll have an over and back call Jamari Childs thought there was a tip in the backcourt, but there was not. It will be over and back, and a turnover to ACU, front court left. 13-16 left in this one. Monsters have it in hand, 76-34 in their season opener. Paul with the ball, top of the key, right side. Goes left around the screen. Paul drives the lane, running floater high off the glass, no good. And pulled down by Childs for the Monsters. Quickly up to Rayshon. Seamster through the lane, and he's fouled on the way by Gonder. I think it's going to be on the floor. It will be the first on Gonder, I believe. Into the Eastern Arizona lineup will be number 10, Caden Erickson. Back into the ACU lineup, number 3, Tyler Brantner. Monsters will inbound, baseline right. Childs with it. Him and the official having a conversation about that last call. Looking down low, finds Caraway instead in the corner. He'll come left on the drive, out on top to Baker to Erickson. Erickson drives left, steps through, pulls up, short. Rebound is pulled down and then stolen away by Dallin Morgan, who'll lay it up and in. 12:45 left in this one, 78-34. Coach Turner looking down his bench, and we're going to start to see some new names here shortly. Gonder with the basketball. Joe drives baseline right, cut off by the double team. Knocked away by Baker. Ball is loose. Morgan dives for it, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Morgan, but nice hustle by the big man out at midcourt. Into the Eastern Arizona College lineup. Dejarn Russell Walters, a 6'7" freshman from Nottingham, United Kingdom. His first action for the Monsters. Garrellis into the front court, crossover dribble. Ball is loose and dribbled off with a foot of a teammate and out of bounds. It'll be a turnover back to Eastern in the backcourt. Baker to inbound for the Monsters. Into Caraway. Lobs it to Russell Walters, right back to Caraway. He's going to pull up from 3, buries it from the right side. Technically, assist's going to go to Baker on that one, but Caraway buries the 3 from the far side to make it 81-34. Garrellis into the front court. Backs it up on top, gets a screen, goes right with it. Caraway stays with him, off to Gonder. Gonder drives, and an offensive foul called as Baker stood his ground. And Gonder went right over the top. That'll be his second. Nice job from Baker, seeing the driver coming down the lane. Kevon Williams, the head coach for ACU, asking the official if he was set, and the official shook his head yes. Into the front court, Caraway with it. Pulls up for a long 3 again. Front iron no good. Stanfield with the rebound. He'll bring it into the front court for ACU. Working against Russell Walters. And out of bounds on the line. Turnover back to EAC. Back into the Monster lineup. Number 1, Noah Goley. And back into ACU, also number 1, Elijah Pyers. Also number 11, Jace Reed, back into the lineup. Eastern basketball, backcourt left, Baker to inbound into a goalie. On top to Russell Walters, in the lane to Baker. Baker, he's going to be fouled on the pass attempt. Tried to find Erickson in the corner, but a hold and a foul going to be called. The foul will go on number 1, Elijah Pyers. That'll be his second. .23 on the shot clock. The Monsters to inbound. A goalie with it. Into Erickson, left corner. He catches, now drives, hangs, and scores for Caden Erickson. 6'2" freshman from Syracuse, Utah. Into the front court, right side. Reed with the basketball. Out on top to Gonder. Gonder goes left around the screen, loses it, picked up by Seamster. Off to Russell Walters, down low to Childs to Erickson, to Childs, back to Erickson. He'll go left-handed and score for Caden Erickson. 85-34 Monsters with 10:43 to play. Left side, Gonder with it. Down low to Reed. He'll go left on Seamster, and a traveling violation called. Use 2 different pivot feet. That is not allowed. Back into the Eastern lineup, number 14, Felix Smedjbach, the 6'6 freshman from Malmo, Sweden. Full court pressure put on by ACU. 10.5 minutes to play in this one, 85-34. A goalie with the basketball. Sprints it into the front court, leaves it to Erickson right side. On top to Smedjbach. Pump fake, step back, 3 on the way. Good for Smedjbach. That's his second of the night for the Monsters. 88-34, he's got 6. Hires with it, far side, gives it off to Stanfill. And he'll lay it up and in for Kamari Stanfill. Check that, 8 points for Smedjbach tonight. A goalie into the front court with an 88-36 lead. Left side. Goes left, down low to Russell Walters. Back on top to Erickson. He'll drive. Loses the handle on the way up, and a blocking call against ACU, even though Erickson lost it on the way up. The foul will go on 11, Jace Reed, his third. They're going to say it is a 2-shot foul for Erickson. Erickson tonight with 4 points. His first trip to the foul line. First one is good. .9:48 left. Monsters have held ACU to just 14 points so far in the second half. Second one in and out, no good. Rebounded by the Firestorm. Stanfill into the front court, cut off by Erickson. Out to Gonder. Gonder goes left to the baseline, and he's fouled by Rayshawn Seamster. I think that's going to be his third. Non-shooting foul. ACU will inbound baseline left. Elijah Pyers with it. Stolen away by Seamster on the inbound, and he's fouled on the way to the basket by Kamari Stanfill. That'll be his second. He slowed down the fast break, but legally it will be the 7th team foul, and that'll put Rayshawn Seamster at the line to shoot 1-1 for the Monsters. 18 points for Seamster tonight. He's 2 for 3 at the foul line. First one is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Stanfill for ACU. Nearly stolen away by Seamster, but Stanfill gets it back to Pyers. Into the front court against Seamster. Out on top to Gonder. Gonder with the shake. Down low to Stanfill, and he'll lay it up and in on the pick and roll for ACU. 89-38. Eastern on top with 9:10 to play in this season opener. Seamster to the lane, running floater no good. Rebounded by Russell Walters. He can't finish, and rebounded by ACU. Back the other way. Stanfill steps through, and he's fouled on the way up. The foul will go on Jean Russell Walters, the freshman from the United Kingdom. His first. 6th team foul. To the line to shoot for ACU will be Kamari Stanfill. Only their 3rd and 4th free throw attempt of the ball game for ACU. That one is up and in. Lee Rick Woodpitt back into the lineup for the Monsters. Sarad Winters and Alonzo Paul back in for ACU. Taking a look at the Monsters schedule. This is the only non up and in for Stanfill. The only non JUCO varsity team on the roster this year. The only JV, no prep schools. The only JV is tonight. Everybody else is a JUCO program. Gonder with the ball, left side, tries to go up for the dunk. A little bit short was Kamari Stanfield, but Smedjbach going to be caught in no man's land and pick up the foul. His first. As I mentioned, Southern Nevada, Seward County, Frank Phillips, West Texas, Howard, Utah State Eastern, Mesa, Snow, Phoenix, Cochise, Community Christian, Glendale, South Mountain, Yavapai, Arizona Western, Scottsdale, Cochise, Yavapai, Arizona Western, Chandler Gilbert, and Pima. They are doing, the league has decided to schedule a little bit different than they have in the past. Dallin Morgan back into the monster lineup. And in the past, you have played everybody twice in the league. The ACC-AC is split between Division I and Division II teams. This year, you play every Division I team 4 times, as Stanfield hits that one. And